Hello everyone, my name is Santiago Infante, and today in this video I'm going to give my objectives and answers about the 1001 Nights. Okay, let's start. Okay, the first one, how Orientalism influenced the receptions of the Arabian Nights and how it continues to inform Western perspectives on the Middle East today. This perspective emerged during the colonial era, where Western powers sought to justify their dominance over Eastern territories by constructing a narrative that emphasized cultural superiority. The fascination with the Arabian Nights coincided with this period, as the tales provided a lens through which Western audience could engage with an imagined Orient filled with magic and sensuality. The tales from the Arabian Nights have significantly influenced Western literature, inspiring writers across genres to incorporate Oriental elements into their work. This includes not only direct adaptations but also thematic borrowings that reflect Western anxieties and fantasies about the East. The stories' frame narrative structures has been particularly impactful, encouraging a style of storytelling that emphasizes layered narratives and moral ambiguity. Orientalism has significantly influenced the reception of the Arabian Nights, shaping both its initially popularity in the West and its ongoing impact on contemporary views of the Middle East. While these tales offer rich narrative filled with human emotions and complexity, they also perpetuate stereotypes that continue to affect how Eastern cultures are perceived today. As new interpretations emerge, there is a potential for a more nuanced understanding that transcends historical myths presentation. Okay, to discuss and explore the complex narrative structure of the Arabian Nights and to reflect on the relationship between form and content. The air of the Arabian Nights is the frame narrative technique where the overchanging story of telling tales of the king Shanria serves as a backdrop for numerous individual stories. This structure allows for a multitude of narratives to coexist, creating a tapestry or interconnected tales that explore various themes such as love, betrayal, morality, and each story often with a cliffhanger compelling the king and the reader to return for more. There will be exchange engagement. The Arabian Nights employs a complex narrative structure that intricately waves together from and content. The frame narrative, a neat story, and not linear progression not only captivate readers but also deepen their understanding of the themes explored within the tales. The interplay illustrates how one can amplify content, making the Arabian Nights a timeless work that continues to resonate with audience across cultures and generations. To explore the use of fantasy in the Arabian Nights, a getaway to understanding the place of the fantastic in literature in the enduring appeal of fantasy stories. The Arabian Nights is rich with fantasy elements including jinn, magical creatures, and extraordinary adventures. These stories often blend the supernatural with everyday life, creating a unique narrative space where the impossible becomes possible. For example, tales like The City of Brass feature archaeological expeditions that encourage mythical beings and advanced technologies, reminiscent of modern adventure narratives like those found in like Steven Spielberg Indiana Jones films. The collections employs various narrative techniques that have become staple in fantasy literature. That frames structure where on one tale leads into another allows for literate storytelling that enchains engagement. The use of fantasy in the Arabian Nights not only enrich its narratives but also serves as a vital link to understanding the broader significance of fantasy in literature. By blending magical elements with a profound human experience, these stories continues to captivate audience and inspire new generations of writers. The legacy of the Arabian Nights exemplifies how fantasy can serve as both an escape and a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears and aspirations. Thank you so much for watching my video.